If you remember, in the last class we had done with what? The Hooke's law. And what was the Hooke's law? According to Hooke's law, we had that within the elastic limit, the stress is directly proportional to strain, and we have got stress by strain equals to constant, and this constant was coefficient of elasticity. Then again we had three different types of elasticity. That was Young's modulus of elasticity when it is always in terms of length. Then we had got the bulk modulus of elasticity, and the last one was modulus of rigidity. Now if you remember, in the last class we have already discussed about the Young's modulus of elasticity, and we had seen the very well equations that we will be using for the formula or for the conceptual questions to answer. Okay, now here what we have got, the next is the bulk modulus. Bulk modulus. Now the word bulk modulus is always associated with volume. So if we have got any sort of change, if we are doing anything in terms of change, then it is what we call this as the bulk modulus. Now where bulk modulus, when we define, then generally what comes in our mind, that bulk is not majorly mostly we apply it for the fluid. Fluid means what? It can be a liquid or it can be a gas. Okay, so we are applying this bulk modulus for the liquid as well as for the gas. And when we do with the chapter properties of bulk matter, then this becomes primarily very important for us to understand what we are doing it up. Okay, now this bulk modulus of elasticity, as we already stated, it is the ratio of the bulk stress to the volume strain. It is the ratio of the bulk stress. So we denote it by capital B. It is the ratio of the bulk stress divided by volume strain. Let us assume we have taken a balloon, or you can take any spherical shape, and this is the original shape, and you are applying pressure through all sides, and just because of the pressure, this is the pressure we have given, there is a change in the volume. So this was the initial volume of the body, and this is the changed volume of the body. Let us assume the change is by delta V. Delta V is the change, right? So let us see what we have. We have got B as bulk stress by volume stress. Now in this category, the stress being normal force applied per unit area, then it is becoming equal to another physical quantity. Very well we know, that is what we call the pressure. So the pressure that is being applied on the body is normal. Normal means 90 degree. You can't see here, but then again it is mostly as a part that it is normal to the surface normal. Okay, so what we find that since it is normal to the surface, so bulk stress is equals to pressure. Why? Because the pressure is applied normally. Okay, that is what we have. Now here what we find that, so here it is the bulk stress and the volume strain. Change in length by original length. So that is negative sign shows that as the pressure increases, when you are increasing the pressure, the volume is decreasing, right? So delta V is the change in volume and capital V is the original volume. Negative sign, the significance negative sign is that only that it shows there is a change in the there is a change in the volume. Okay, so let us substitute all the formula for B. It is P divided by minus delta V by V, or we can write minus PV divided by delta V. So this is what we have got the equation for the bulk modulus of elasticity. Now we have got another factor here, what we call is the compressibility. One thing more, the unit of bulk modulus is again Newton per meter square. Okay, and the dimensional formula, if you have to find out, it is the same as we had got for Y, or the coefficient of elasticity. Alright, now next one what we call is compressibility. Compressibility, we define it by K. It is the reciprocal of the modulus of elasticity, bulk modulus of elasticity. What it means, that compressibility, or K, is equals to 1 by bulk modulus of elasticity. So K is equals to 1 by B. So it is the reciprocal, and again based on this the entire thing will change. Now one thing just I want to tell you all children, what is the important thing that you need to know for the bulk modulus. Bulk modulus for a perfectly rigid body is infinite, and same for the bulk modulus for an ideal liquid is also infinite. So you need to understand these two things importantly. Generally we have got the bulk modulus, we apply it for the liquid as well as for the gases, but then again it can be for the copper, it can be for iron, it can be for steel, can be for many other things that can be changed. Okay, and I hope you have understood this. This is very important part. So what is bulk modulus? We have seen, since the pressure is the force is applied normally, so we change the bulk modulus by the term pressure, and then we supplied it instead of force by area we are writing pressure, and we have got this relation, and here it is the unit, and the reciprocal of the bulk modulus of elasticity is given as K, that is compressibility, and this is another factor that becomes very important when you can measure and get the rate. Okay, thank you for watching.